Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to more of the Summit 6 American Qualifiers. We are in the winner bracket final. It's Team NP versus FDL, and believe it or not, you're tuning into game number 3. That's right, FDL took a convincing game number 1, and NP, though, they just really sported some ridiculous stuff on the back of a, I don't know, Grant, you called it an Owie-ling? Some sort of
Owie-ling, yes, indeed.
hybrid Morphling support / core where you're able to dish out the heavy-hitting strength stuns, but also still be able to sport some respectable right-click and utility with the benefit of getting like a diffusal blade and such. It was definitely fun to watch, and I'm curious to see if it's something that MP will continue to pull out in the future, but for now, not deserving the respect band by FDL yet, Grant. By the way, I'm Kyle Guy, that's Grant. I'm not doing intros like that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Grant.
Oh, really?
I
thought you were David Gorman.
No, David Gorman's not here.
Oh, I'm out here then.
I'm just doing this myself in my sweatpants, and that's the kind of cast we're getting.
I'm wearing the boys' shirt.
Yeah.
A classic.
Evil geniuses, though, right?
Yeah, they're
so good.
Team.
The best team.
There's the OD first pick now.
Well, another one of those situations where MP obviously giving a lot of respect to the Drow, but they don't ban the Oracle. They want to leave out something juicy for themselves, and this time they don't go for immediate snag up of the Oracle themselves. They instead go for the OD. Now FDL could get the Oracle for Stand King and something else, if they choose.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet. We could definitely see another Axe Oracle.
Oracle Axe, Oracle Centaur? Maybe?
Centaur.
It's always like an MJW hero in the first phase, it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Because he's the most comfortable, it seems, on any hero you want to pick him.
What would be best against an OD? I mean, I don't know if there's like one would favor the other because you already have the insight to see OD there, but...
Yeah.
Maybe like a smart offlaner?
I would just say Axe jungling. I think if he stays more... Oh, they're going to go with the Bees of Lifestealer straight away this time.
And I guess they just, it must be just, having Lifesteal and Oracle together must be something very, very precious to FDL because they normally, at least in this series, have not been going for Beast's picks early. They've been saving it for later, and usually it ends up meaning that MP will ban out the Lifestealer in the second phase. So now that's like, Beast is like, I'm tired of playing this core Vengeful Spirit. I want to play the Lifestealer now. Or it's either that or we got an Oracle, we have to get the Lifestealer, and they get it.
And there's the Terror Blade. Wow. NP just went with their two hard cores.
Now they kind of just put their hand out there. I mean, unless they're doing some sort of crazy 4-position Outworld Devourer stuff, I mean, they're showing their hand. But, you know, so is FDL, kinda. You know, with the Lifestealer being out there, they're kind of showing their hand too. But both these teams are very familiar with Terror Blade. I imagine they're very familiar with going up against and playing with, so FDL will, I'd imagine, have something in mind for this Terror Blade.
Yeah, and I went back and I rewatched the draft. I'm actually really surprised. Team NP, their third ban was the Elder Titan, and I'm actually really surprised after that FDL didn't like realize it was going to be a Morphling. That's not a hero you want to play against, especially with the heroes they had. So I wonder if it was a little bit of an oversight from FDL.
Yeah, that's weird.
No Elder Titan ban yet.
Do we even see FDL play Elder Titan often? Because I don't think they do. Yeah, so that should have raised even a bigger flag once it was banned. But they might have just looked at it like, oh, MP don't know us, or something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and it feels like it would be like maybe a 0-4 hero, though. Melee. Throws a spear down and then just right-clicks you to death.
Yeah. But I think we're overdue for the Pudge. I think the Pudge has to finally come out, so that's probably going to show up. Yeah, I think... You know what, though? It can be a problem against Terrorblade, I guess. I don't know, maybe illusions or just something. It's a big open draft ahead of it, but they did already ban out the Beastmaster, so... I don't know, man. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but I think we're due for the Pudge.
Some days all you have is a hope and a dream.
Really?
That was deep.
That's too deep. Can you not?
Yeah, well, my bad. Void banned out now. Wow, so it's funny, even after Team NP takes their middle and their solo carry, they still ban out the third core hero, Slardar, and well, I guess SVG's played the position for Slardar.
Yeah. But I wonder why a Faceless Void though, not like Timbersaw would also be a pretty good grab for MP. It's an MSS hero and good against Lifestealer.
5 seconds remaining.
So I don't know. I could still see MP roll up with a Timbersaw in the near future.
Reserve time.
The MSS saw classic.
Very classic. Yes.
The Mojo
if,
saw.
If Mojo had like a baseball card for Dota, I think Timbersaw would probably be one of the heroes on it.
Yeah, and even looks like him.
Radiant team pick.
Jesus.
Well, it's a compliment, I think.
What? Like Timbersaw's attractive?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's very handsome.
Yeah,
First
most
thing I think
goblins
of
are
was-
attractive. Yeah. All right.
Terrible.
10 seconds
Yeah, you're just.
remaining.
I'm gonna tell him you said it.
Bat Rider, I think, might be what they want, though. They
5
just banned Nyx
seconds
Assassin.
remaining.
Bat
Bat
Rider.
Rider's
Oh,
banned.
but Bat Rider's so bad against Oracle.
Batrider's already banned too.
Oh, Bat Rider's already banned, Grant. Great eyes. Great eyes, Grant.
I have eyes like Sand King. See how he has 4 of them?
Ooh,
I'm a
good
nerd.
segue, too.
Thank you.
Sand King on Stan King's team. Stan King used to play a mean Sand King, but
That's all he used to play. Yeah, literally, that's why his name comes from.
10
Yeah.
They played,
seconds
and
remaining.
you were around in Dota 1 because he played with his friend Leshrik. They played the Sand
5
King
seconds.
Leshrik lane 1,000 games, and that was like that was one of the biggest Dota 1 lanes ever. That
Reserve
was
time.
the dual stun lanes were definitely more of a thing back then.
yeah. I mean, back then, it's just like you had to get stuns. Like,
Yeah, you had
get
to, or
stuns,
else you
guys.
would've-
I don't know what to pick. Get a stun. Get
Get
a
a stun.
stun.
Okay, I picked Mirana. I hate you.
Yeah. It is a stun.
I got it. Great.
Well, Sand King still does work, even though it's not in Stan King's hands. 04 is, or not 04, MJW has definitely shown that he is one of the best initiators the NA scene
Radiant
has
team
definitely been
pick.
able to witness here. So the big closing of the gap is there. You have Caustic to help against the heavy illusion game. So overall, pretty high value pick. MP are going to be going back for the Rubik, which they pulled out in game 1, also as a third pick. We did notice it kind of got in an
10
awkward
seconds
position,
remaining.
you know, that it was doing some work in the laning phase, and then it fell off for a
5
bit, and then
seconds
late game
remaining.
you're just banking on that. You hope that he gets a clutch spell steal, and we didn't see a whole
Reserve
lot of
time.
it, so we were beginning to question his value in the game. So I don't know. Do you think it seems a bit more valuable now, or are we
Yeah,
yet to see what it's for?
It definitely, again, being able to steal like the Sand King Stone or any of Oracle's spells are all extremely good.
Yeah.
But it feels like whenever they pick this Rubik, it definitely feels like they always aggro tri-lane. So we'll see if that's going to happen again. They've done it all 2 games. I made it sound like more. Yeah, they've done it 2 games. It looks like they want to do it that 3rd game. We'll see if FDL knows what to do against a tri-lane.
I mean, you would be susceptible to burst when you're Terrorblade, so it's nice to have no field, I guess, as a little bit of a buffer.
Mirana.
This is gonna be an IO.
Lady
This-
Mirana.
Dire
This feels
team
like an
pick.
IO pick from NP again.
Yeah?
Yeah, it feels like it. But I
You
could
can
be
feel
wrong.
it
I
in
love
your
Mirana.
IO balls.
Yeah, I do. And Mirana versus OD, one of the, I wouldn't say classic matchups. In the last patch, it was a huge one. Mirana versus OD,
10
we saw
seconds
that quite a
remaining.
bit.
And 747's Mirana is pretty damn ridiculous. I said at the
5
start of the
seconds
series, but I
remaining.
felt like that was one of the sole reasons that FDL were able to win
Reserve time.
that qualifier for the Beat Invitational. It was that Game 3 moment, and FDL already made an advancement on the back of a smoke, and they were losing. But then suddenly 747 just like shows up to play and just walks away with an ultra kill, and at that point just farmed so far ahead that MP could not recover, and that led to another 2 wins by FDL, and just was the tipping point of the whole series. So I'm sure it's something MP remember just as vividly, even though it was a couple of weeks ago. So
That first land, when you feel like you're the team that's going to make it to it, and then you get beat by FDL, oh, they definitely remember it. They're holding it right now.
it reminds me of, like, was it Shazam versus Cloud9 a lot? No, who was the one?
It was
I know DC versus Cole, like DC like upset Cole numerous times back to back. And then before
I wrote an
that,
article about this. So Shazam versus somebody, I already forgot.
I think it's
it might have
Cloud9.
been- It might have been.
5 seconds
When
remaining.
the Ritsu Cloud9?
It was like Nanyang qualifier, the first.
Yeah, that was.
Nanyang
the Ritsu
qualifier.
Cloud9, Yeah.
Reserve
No,
It's just-
that was some good matches.
These teams roll in, and they're like powerhouse stacks. Like, you look at the names, and you're like, this is going to be a team. And, you know, every team has that period where they're just going to have to, you know, get their sea legs, if you will, like get the chemistry built because, you know, you never played with this particular set of 5 before. And people just expect them to kind of come in and be able to kind of own the show. And maybe in particularly a region that most people have a stigma against, saying it's one of the weaker regions. But you have sleeper teams like FDL who have been playing together, who have like that chemistry. I know that 2 of their members have changed, but the core is still there. And they continue to show that they can really perform.
Yeah, and I mean, course, those people calling it a weak region when 2 of the teams qualified from it got 2nd and 3rd place, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, I have heard Europe was able to get pretty high at TI
Yeah,
or the
I believe
last
they
TI.
got
No,
8th place. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
believe so.
they're getting up there. Top 8's pretty big.
Yeah, it is, especially when you have 6 teams there. But Dirge band, they don't want to get run at again. You got to respect that.
Yeah. Axe definitely just kind of says that MP also have something to offer when fights break out, or if they want to kind of push some heavy pace in the mid game.
So they think it's a support Sand King, sorry.
No, no.
They ban out Centaur.
Yeah.
Or they've
yeah.
been doing that a lot. That's interesting.
Both
Watch
these teams have a lot of fun with their 4 positions.
Yeah, they do.
So I wouldn't put it past them.
I could see Pudge is not bad here, honestly. Against an axe, you can either pull the axe out or pull your friend who got called. You could, I don't know. This could be it.
I want it, man. I want the Pudge, but I don't know if FDL will find value in it or not in the game 3. Now, the loser of this series is not going to be knocked out. There is a lower bracket, and complexity is there waiting for the loser of the series. And obviously the winner will just kind of segue into the grand final. And I believe that grand final is going to be happening not tomorrow, but the day after on the 18th, best of 5. And the winner of that, of course, gets to come out to LA and hang on the couch and, you know, just chill, Grant.
Yep, just chill, you know.
Just chill.
If
Play some Dota.
Yeah, if MSS makes out there, you got to get him on the couch, you know. You can't let him be shy.
Oh, MSS, no. He was at Mafia. He's not shy anymore, right? He'll hang on the couch.
Yeah, you just got to get him talking, you know, maybe get him one natty ice, and he's good to go. I believe that's what he drinks. I've heard.
Yeah, I
Or
think
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah, I think he like smelled a Smirnoff Ice once and got hammered. So.
Yeah, well, this is the stuff.
Whoa! I just had a Halls.
Oh, a Conca.
Now we love MSS and hang out with a lot, so please don't throw a lot of shit on MSS. Only Grant's allowed to. So.
I love MSS.
Oh, there it is. Okay, you called it, Grant. You're the smartest man on the planet. Pudge, it comes out.
0-4. Just for 0-4.
0-4 Pudge. Game 3 hype. This is going to be awesome. Now,
I actually really like it, especially versus X marks the spot, Axe call, Rubik pickup. Pudge is a really good save, and I mean late game 1 pickup with a Pudge is just always good.
Now, does he kind of have that factor about him, almost like a support Mirana does, that if you're not able to get a lot done in the early game, you're missing your hooks, you're not really relevant, he just kind of can fizzle out a bit, or is there any advantage over one or the other?
I don't think there's too big advantage. He just throws hooks.
Just throws hooks, man.
Just throws hooks. I was trying to think, and I was like,
10 seconds
I think it's about the early rotations, especially for FDL this game. Because once again, they don't have the strongest tri-lane if Team NP wants to go against them, because they have a Pudge. I mean, what does a Pudge do in a tri-lane at level 1?
I don't know. Hopefully nothing. Or beat ass.
And he has boots first, so he's going to be looking like he wants to move between middle and bottom. SPG already gets the early ward up middle, so hooks will not be a plenty unless they counter ward it.
And they roll out early TP smoke movement from NP, as Savage will be here to scout anyone from coming in with any sort of ward. NP plant a ward themselves up here at the top to get some extra vision by that off lane tier 1 on the Radiant side. And there we'll begin to just kind of congregate up there. FDL very reserved. Have they even dropped a ward yet?
No, they're chilling right now.
They're very chill. I mean, sometimes, you know, maybe game 3 comes out and the team decides that they go for that 5-man smoke down mid lane. Even the best teams do it. You just got to be prepared for that one game that it actually happens. And maybe FDL were anticipating something like that. Who knows?
I noticed MSS does not have his Iron Talon yet. He just didn't buy. Looks like maybe he's, I don't know why he didn't. Maybe he's trying to scout out lanes. And they see Orange's top, so he does get, oh, that's what they're waiting for. Yeah, they see the off lane is top, so if it was going to be a one-on-one, he might have gone for it bottom, but now he'll just jungle bring out the Iron Talon.
And it looks like that will leave Owie in the top lane, and I imagine that, what is it called, Reflection is definitely going to be a serious pain in the ass here for Sand King to deal with. But
that is an ugly set, so I don't usually look at sets. That Terrorblade one's hideous.
he definitely looks like something out of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something.
Yeah. Well, I guess it fits for their team, so that works.
All right. Howie will head up to match up against Yugi Boy, aka MGW. Right under his own tower. Back mid lane, Envy will now take hold of the OD. This is 747. Casually is going to be able to snipe down the range creep. It is the most valuable one after all.
Yeah, man, it's so big. How big of a difference?
Oh,
Darksford,
but Stand King, the smartest man on the planet, creeps in from behind.
That's the classic. We haven't seen that from him so long. He used to always do that as Oracle. They just forgot he does that.
His bat and his just attack is just so perfect for that. He just snipes it down within moments. And that is rough. Oh boy, now Envy mid lane OD without a courier to fall back on. FDL off to a hot start already.
Yeah, that's sweet, yeah. Arrowing the range, yeah, just because it's worth 90 experience compared to the super low amount of melee, it's huge. If one range gets denied, you lose such an advantage in lane. It's crazy in one v1.
Obviously, so easy to deny with the OD. Just quick astral and a couple of bops, and you will just leave your opponent groveling for any sort of breadcrumbs of creeps. So this will definitely get 747 on the up and up. And bottom lane, Sand King will return and work with his own pull. Both will be pulling, actually. 0-4 hasn't really shown himself too much in the lane, but I imagine he's just trying to rush his way to a level 2. Now, does he wait? Oh, hold on that thought. Top lane. It looks like they've been able to kind of catch out MJW here by the side chop. He's trying to creep towards the bottom half, but they are there with the telekinesis. He gets off the burrow, up and above, pops his salve, but they get a nice connection with the torrent and allow him to get the finish. Owie claims the first blood in our third game on his Terrorblade.
I'm surprised he played out that far. That should be pretty obvious. I mean, they've showed nobody bottom yet, and they're just fine doing that, and MJW just kind of gets caught out there, and he can't really go to the jungle since he went boots first.
The question I was going to poke at before things broke down was for 0-4 here. He's been able to kind of get his way to level 2, but is it level 3? Is that the go point? Is that the go time? You get that level 2 hook, and you go out and you look to beat some ass? Or not, I guess you don't need it.
Yeah, he's solo smoking with the ward there, so, I mean, he's not spotted by this ward. He needs to get a perfect hook.
Envy's going to think he's totally in the clear, and this is one of the easiest spots to hook from as a pudge.
Denies.
Yeah, the denies and the creep wave moving forward. The timing is not going to match up appropriately here. Sand King also in the neighborhood. They're putting a lot of emphasis on punishing Envy in this mid lane.
Oh, now he's teasing with the ward.
Hook! Got the range creep. Not going to get the connection for Envy, and the jig will be up.
It's almost like Envy didn't see the pudge, because you think he would have backed out. He just like ran forward like about after. Like, oh, there's somebody here. Sometimes the worst play is the best play.
Yeah, right. No one anticipates the run forward, and that throws 0-4 off, and they're going to have to let that one go, but it's definitely something that Envy are going to have to kind of keep tabs on. They have a nice ward for now, but already 0-4 is rotating positions here to a different spot. Could end up going to the jungle to scout things out. MSS is nearby. He's farming up this jungle camp, and that is some easy XP for him to sap. He'll be there for the back end of it, but he is outnumbered right now. SVG is rolling through, and that is when 0-4 rolls on out.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Level 1 X is literally less than Mailer, and she does get the torn on him, though. There's the X.
That will allow MSS to get close enough for the call, but I don't know. 0-4's pretty fat.
Oh, he kind of went the wrong way, going into Envy, and Envy gets to put under this. Could be a big fight.
Yep, Torrent's there. He pops out, he gets hit, and yep, 0-4, it's a bit of an awkward spot. 747's there with an arrow, but it was just a unfortunate series of events right there for FDL.
Yeah, I'm really surprised Sand King. He doesn't have a teleport scroll. I thought he would like maybe rotate and help him, but he's still just pulling. They're like, we're fine. Bees is getting farmed. Yeah. MJW is really not. And 747's doing decently. Not the best, not the worst.
Yeah, it's definitely all on bottom lane. Beast's farm right now is the best thing going for FDL at this moment, but they have the pudge factor and ways to kind of swing momentum back. Running after Envy. Oh man, that's a level 1 hook, and it still manages to get the reach onto Envy. Pulls him back in under for the Starstorm. Right clicks come out, but Envy is going to be able to get the prison off and allows him to make it back and away. Savage in around in good time here. 0-4 has the hook. It just came off cooldown, but it looks like Envy will be able to make it away.
747's arrow just came up. It's right when he got put under by Astral. So another almost kill, but almost isn't good enough.
Almost doesn't count, right?
Okay, what is it? Hand shoes and force grenades or whatever?
Wait,
yeah.
what? Is that a country song?
No, it's just a saying. Almost doesn't count except in
Horseshoes
and hand grenades. Yeah, I put it in the other way. Whoops, yeah. Horse grenades, I mean, they're cool too.
Horse grenades? Yeah.
I don't know. I was just, I'm
Oh,
nervous.
swing and a miss for 0-4 in the bottom. Thieben will be able to kind of sidestep away from any sort of trouble on that one. And the Pudge will be forced searching around for more options elsewhere. Touch base with MJW in the top lane. It's been a pretty difficult game for him so far, but he continues to struggle his way through some side pull camps here and trying his best to put any sort of pieces together. Aoi, 44-6, the second highest CS in the game, only next to Bisa. And if neglected in this lane, could eventually just pop off a meta, quickly take down a tower.
Yeah, interesting MJW went the one. Usually in an off lane you don't really go Sandstorm, but it forces the other team to buy sentries, buy detection, so kind of like it.
Ooh, they're rolling in. There's SVG down and below, smoked up. The rest of the troops are here. Do they have vision in case he does use Sandstorm? They have call, but they don't have vision. No, they X'd him though into a torrent, and that will be to the call. And that is a dead Sand King. Oh, gets the burrow off right before the dunk comes through, but they know where he is. They know where he's going, but he gets a TP off and he is caught with a torrent. Nice snipe right there from SVG. Leads to the dunk. That was close though. Good connection from the torrent.
I thought Torrent was going to miss. And look at this award really deep in again by Sand King, actually, at the bottom lane.
This man is very deep right now. And they are looking to make a move for the Grand Magus. Suddenly, Thieben spots him, quickly throws him back. And that will allow him to make it out. They were hoping to get that Fortune's End to connect sooner so that they could land the easy hook, but good quick reaction from Thieben. He was paying attention. Had he been watching another lane, that would have been a different story.
What is Bisa is going Tranquil's Bassi Lifesteal? Is he going to BSJ? Is he going to Radiance?
He is 1,800 gold, right? And I'd imagine he would have invested it.
Get Tranquil? Like, you wouldn't get Tranquil if you did a run around in a crease. Uh-oh, Colonel Envy.
He rolls on through. He helps on the way, dear. MSS shows up, running on forward, and that's going to be enough of a scare tactic to get FDL to roll on back. So it will avoid any sort of confrontation, and MSS will just kind of deal with the mid lane as it is. While Envy did dip from the mid lane, 747 will continue to grind up his farm. He's at level 7 now, creeping in a bit closer to where Envy is currently standing. They have even CS right now. But once 747 is able to kind of string together those first couple of items, and in particular, if he's able to get a hold of that Ags and decent timing, that's when he really takes off.
I'm still just confused by it. I've seen the normal build on Visa. You know, you get like Phase, sometimes Midas. You get the.
So Grant, you're one of the biggest fans of BSJ. Like, what is the benefits to when the Lifestealer does opt for the Radiance build?
It gives them, I mean, they're going to have that sustainable fight. I mean, you hop into an Ancient, the Ancient doesn't die. Especially, I mean, OD, it does nothing versus, OD does nothing versus an Ancient. Like, the only thing they have that does is Terrorblade Metamorphosis, and if you're just running around giving them that burn damage as well as the, you're just absorbing damage, I mean, it's decent. You're going to have the Mirana doing a lot of sustainable damage too. I guess they're just hoping for these mid-game fights to go as long as possible.
Looks like MP are going to try to cause some serious commotion here in the bottom lane. Envy's here. They have 4 hands on deck, and they've left Aoi to continue to farm elsewhere as they continue to create the space. So they'll pressure in for an objective onto this tier 1. Will FDL hang around for a defense? Only 0-4 is still here. I think FDL is already out the other way. They've pieced out the side door and are going to go farm elsewhere.
Looks like they're good for now. Oh, 0-4, he's gonna get found.
Oh, they spotted him. Torrent didn't quite catch him, but he is surrounded. And in a 1v4, you will not survive. Nice KS from Envy. Takes away the dunk. Momentum from MSS.
When they're keeping mid to Envy wants to defend this, and they all do.
He's running in, goes for the Astral, catches it, arrow flies, not gonna be there. He ends up getting his arrow stolen and gets shot with it by Thieben. The Sandy's Eclipse does get dropped, but it's a bit off the mark. Doesn't matter, though. They got a good X, a good pullback there from SVG, and that will lead to a takedown of the Mirana. Nice grab by Team NP.
That's, like we said, that's FDL's biggest strength, definitely is their movement, especially in the early game. And looked like they were going to push bottom tower, which they're still doing, but they all rotate middle and get a free kill on the Mirana and deny the tower.
FDL's potential is just being a bit stunted right now. They have yet to even get themselves a kill in the game. But with MJW having just such a slow start, his Blink Dagger timing is just going to be off quite a bit. And that kind of slows the momentum a bit. That together with 0-4 not being able to get like that mid lane gank and bottom lane gank, that's when things kind of feel like they're slipping through your fingers, and MP are just continuing to win the economy game, you know?
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, Mirana has nothing. She had to pick up the infused raindrops to stop some ganks, and they didn't even help her out last gank.
I mean, the big winner is, of course, Bisa. Can't forget him, as he does continue to look to move in for that Radiance build, Grant. I mean,
seems so.
Timing-wise, it's got to be pretty good. It's very fast.
That's not terrible. He should get about 14 minutes if he keeps just farming how he is.
I just hope that he's was not hoping to also have that in tandem with, you know, like Sand King Blink Dagger or anything else that was supposed to be matching up with that power peak.
I think when you go to this build, I guess he's assuming they're going to lose the early game, and that's the only reason you get it. Uh-oh, top. Oh, no.
They cross paths. Big, huge Burrow Strike does come out from MJW, but MSS was able to jump the mark and leapfrog his way to the Oracle, takes him down, chops his head off, and now they look for more. MJW could be pulled back right into a boat. The hook is not there. MJW tries to make it to the low ground, and another dunk will be denied by Envy. Happy to sap that one up. 7-0 for NP in Game 3. Fortunately, FDL not going to be able to hit their mark on that gank attempt.
Yeah, they three-man smoke gank, and they did not expect to find 5 of Team NP. Maybe they were looking for Roshan there?
Blink, no call. He just figured that 747 ran all the way south, but guessed wrong.
Well, MSS is so far. Like we said, MJW is usually their playmaker, and there's just not much he can do this game. He's 0-3. He had a terrible laning phase. Couldn't even go to the jungle with an Iron Talon, and Stanky might be in trouble now.
Yeah, nice self-Fate's Edict will mitigate a lot of the damage. A lot of the damage. He's alive. That's Oracle for you.
That's the Fairy Fire, the 12-minute 30-second Fairy Fire save.
Oh, yeah. Nice fairy save. MJW finds himself in trouble now. They drop down the sentry. Oh, your Blink Dagger's not coming this game, my friend. No, it does not look like it. All at the same time, it looks like they were able to get Bisa down. Envy drops Bisa in the top lane. That is real bad for FDL. They are definitely crumbling down. This is turning into a 7K plus net worth advantage for MP. Real fast.
This is 9-0. This is, after game 1, this is not something I expected to see.
Yeah. Game not over yet, though. Just very, very grim for FDL fans. X pull back. Give him a bait edict, try to keep him alive, but there's way too much firepower to help save him. And he just gets quickly dunked down. And that will lead to a tier 2 drop. And NP getting closer to moving their way into the grand final. And sitting back to watch possibly FDL face Complexity in the next game.
Yeah, that should be good, but I mean, we've seen FDL come back from worse. Well, have we? I actually don't know. Probably not. This is pretty bad.
We'll have to see. I mean, they do have some momentum heroes. It's mostly Mirana. It's just, it feels like it's just so far away. Like, they can get a huge fight, but I feel like they would need at least 2 big fights to get, like, MJW's Blink and to get an Ags complete on 747.
Yeah, and OD has a 4-staff, so he's never going to get caught off in fights. The Axe is super farmed. Terrorblade super farmed. It's going to be hard to kill those heroes. Terrorblade has 20 armor and 10,000 life, or 1,000 life. Not 10,000, that's a lot. I'm not good with zeros.
Yeah, it's that NA math that we all have.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Not just me.
Well, you sort out the top net worth. Top 3 all belong to NP at this point. Bisa trails even behind MSS and his Axe right now. Solo Envy farms out this top lane, and no one looks to even oppose him yet.
Oh, he's going to run into the nags here, but well, apparently not.
Envy sees that something has been happening, but doesn't want to pursue.
Yeah, and right now, 747 feels like he's forced to. He has to he doesn't want to solo farm, but I mean, he kind of has to. I mean, he has to catch up. And he could just get picked off so easily right now.
Yeah, this is ideally when he would be taking off, really, but it's just they've been stunted so bad. It's a lot of good work by MP in the early laning phase, and unfortunately a lot of lost opportunities by FDL, but that's what they put themselves into when they drafted, you know, a Pudge to kind of make it work, and they kind of put their Sand King into a landing position where he would definitely just be bullied very badly.
Oh no! And the Radiant scans right where right where all of Team NP was coming, but it turned off right before it turned red.
Dire's top tower.
He's dead.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
We're looking for him. He runs into the lane, goes for the TP, and will be able to make it out.
Radiant's
Demon
middle
was
tower
nearby,
is
but not
under
close
attack.
enough, it looks like, to be able to get the cancel. And that'll be the end of it.
Wow, I actually thought Bees was just gonna die. He just ran out into the lane. Oh, just TP. They might find MJW still. Hello.
And as they move in, he moves out. Oh, it's like Scooby-Doo.
Maxed out X,
Uh-oh,
so he needs a
uh-oh.
little more range.
Oh, yeah. SVG was rushing that way to go for the X, and he
Got it
didn't
now.
stop. Yeah, he didn't stop chasing. MJW stopped to farm some creeps. Won't pay the
They're not
price
gonna
though.
kill him. Right next to a tower. Don't kill him.
Oh, look
And
at
well,
this.
Bees is in the dragon. Does he have his radiance? I don't think so. Nope. See, this is the thing. OD doesn't really do anything like an ancient fighter, and so when he has
Baits him
radiance,
into an arrow. Yeah, baby. Catches Envy with the arrow, allows him to jump in. There's the Star Storm. There's the hit, but the Force is there, and a Sunda comes out from Aoi. Nice little save.
oh, yep. And if he had his radiance, that was a guaranteed kill.
Yep.
And he just now picked it up, unfortunately.
Oh man, again, just the timing and the opportunities just not there for FDL in this game 3. They have not been able to even get a kill yet. I mean, gotta give him credit. This isn't as lopsided as any normal 10-0 game would be. I mean, based on just the farm that FDL have still been able to get for themselves, but it is still a pretty heavy advantage right now for MP.
Yeah, it's the fact that the initiator on NP's side has a blade mill and a blink, and the initiator on FDL's side has a stout shield.
Hook onto Envy is a miss, but I don't know. That could have been almost bad for FDL potentially. I mean, MSS was waiting on the low ground. Could have blinked in, but...
Here comes the smoke, it looks like, from FDL. Oh, they missed 747.
Yeah, that's not great, but oh well. Is what it is, and he might have to run a different way just in case there's a ward. And it looks like he's just going to head to mid lane instead. Rest of the team will head off to where Roche is because they know what's up, and MP actually just happened to be, considering doing it at this moment. Bisa went all the way to the Ancient camp. He's going right for MSS. They're just running past the team that's inside the Roche pit. Envy walks out now. Very awkward positioning here for FDL. They drop a ward and mistiming. The Astral is not going to allow the hook to get the save, but he will be able to backpack on the back of MJW, but that leaves Stan King in a bit of an awkward position. He runs towards 747. The arrow will be there to help, but Envy continues his chase.
He's gonna hook him out, maybe.
Nope. Oh, ends up getting a nice little arrow, I guess, for Steven instead, but MSS quickly jumps in himself, and boom, there it goes! A big jump pop-out will be there from Bisa, but suddenly the follow-up shows up from NP, and they drop the hammer, and Aoi shows up in all of his big evil glory, and they just put on Under Destruction for FDL.
Yeah, well, they got 2 kills, I guess. That's decent. That Dag spawned inside of the Sand King, but Mirana is going to have an axe for her goal, so... That could have been worse, I guess is what I'm saying.
Oh, definitely could have been worse. But obviously could have been a lot better. More opportunities where hooks unfortunately didn't line up. Credit to Envy for being able to cancel opportunities at big saves because of his Astrals. And now he has an Aegis. Aoi is still, he had been farming pretty much the whole game, uncontested. And he's just going to continue to be a lingering problem.
Well, luckily, double, triple Star Storm by Mirana is one of the best things, and they're going in. They hooked Eternal Envy. He does have the Aegis.
He was pulled away way too far from his team. That will cost him his Aegis, but that might turn out fine. Bisa makes his move for Demon. Demon gets a nice save. As Envy returns, gets off the quick prison, and it's going to force Bisa back and to hide into the Ancient Dragon nearby. FDL considering moving on forward in the back of the Moonlight Shadow. They get good connection onto Envy, and they will take him down. Double kill for 747. They get a follow-up hook onto SVG. Oh man, big fight for FDL. Suddenly, we're having a bit of a deja vu experience. FDL, they get a triple, and it's 747 who gets it all.
Yeah, and he had 2 arrows that fight. Pudge Hood hit 2 hooks. Just the best thing that could happen. They just got the Aghanims on Mirana. Perfect timing for that fight. That was 4 kills because they got the OD's, whatever it's called, Aegis. How do you pronounce it?
Didn't Ice Frog say it himself way back that it's Aegis? I don't know what he said.
I thought he said something like it's
Aegis.
Aegis.
Yeah, I don't know.
I roll my Gs, and I'm like, what? I don't even know you can roll a G.
Dire's
I just
top
treat it
tower
like, you
is
know,
under attack.
basil. People
Radiant's
just say it every
bottom
way.
tower is
You know,
under
whatever.
attack.
This, and there's Biza denying a haste rune bottom. He's just gonna fly around, yeah. And this is where this
Radiant's bottom
actually comes in,
tower
because
is
they
under
literally have
attack.
nothing to deal with, like the ancients. I mean, OD does 0 damage with that arcane orb, so I think that was their thought process on this.
Now he's burning up.
Oh man, he is really burning up. Look at that.
Yeah.
He just can't do
Yeah,
anything.
just give me
if
your
they're on
life.
Metamorphosis.
Little son of a bitch. Sunder off his pirate buddy to get his life back. He was just heading back anyways. Oh man.
He's
Sad
like,
stuff. Savage is like, well, I was going to stay in the lane. Couldn't have I had just kept my life? Oh, looks like we have lag across the board.
and 1 minute as well.
A 1 minute lag. That's a harsh lag.
That is a little rough. So it's looking good. Aether Lens actually up on Pudge in about 500 gold. So now you got the hook range is gonna be insane. MJW has a blink. That they've got the bare necessities.
Yeah.
I should say.
As they say in the
to
Jungle
do a
Book.
fight.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. To take a fight. Maybe they don't want to do a full 5-on-5. They're still out farmed. But if they need to, they have it. Like they have all the one item
Yeah.
they need on every hero.
It just for their best case scenario of this game, they were hoping they would have all this like, 5 minutes ago or whatever. But they have it now, and really unfortunately for Envy, what led to such destruction of that fight, they got the grab, I believe, on the Stand King up here by the Ancient Camp, and Envy just saw blood, so he of course forced himself up into that Ancient Camp, and then with the hook coming in, I don't know if it was just plotted or baited, but 0-4 was in the right place at the right time, just snags Envy, and at that distance, he was just so far away from his team that they were going to be able to line up the arrow and just burst him down, at least the Aegis life. And then at that point, MP were forced to fight in a very awkward position, very deep into FDL's area, and suddenly FDL just string together all these kills, and now they're looking pretty fly.
Yeah, I feel like FDL does better in those kind of chaotic moments, because it was just a hook on an Aegis target. No, like, you don't know if you want to commit or not, but FDL had a plan, and it worked out. Because even with your Aegis, you're not unkillable. Well, technically you are, but when you come back, you are. And he went for the Void Stone first on OD. I don't know. Is he going Ewel's or a Sheep? Void Stone just isn't good on OD.
Yeah,
the naked one.
I don't know. Lots of great options in there, I guess, but casual
Linken's
Void to lead
actually.
into it, I guess.
It might be a Linken's, now that I think. But usually Eternal Envy goes for the stats. You think you'd have gone Ultior. It's kind of weird. But that's Eternal Envy. He can always make you think, just like Owie made us think last game with his Morphling build. The more you know, like PBS.
Yeah, definitely like PBS.
Or PB&J. That sounds good right now. I'm just hungry.
I'm actually pretty hungry too, not gonna lie, but it's fine.
What's the best PB&J you ever had? Was it one your mom made? I think that's usually the answer.
That's the safe bet for sure.
Yeah.
There is a place around here that just makes sandwiches, and one of their sandwiches is a PB&J, but it's like on a sourdough bread, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, think about PB&J and B. Peanut butter jelly and bacon.
Have you had peanut butter jelly and like honey at all?
Yeah, that's good.
Honey's pretty good.
No, honey's good because it
Bacon's
mixes well. Bacon makes everything better. PB&J maybe not. Grilled cheese with bacon, that's fire.
Grilled cheese and bacon is definitely fire.
Yeah, it
Tomato
is.
soup in there, and
Oh my god.
okay, now that everyone's very hungry, let's quench our hunger. I think you quench your thirst. I don't know what you do to your hunger. What do you do to your hunger?
You satiate.
Satiate our Dota appetite. I'm going along with that, Grant. I don't know.
I
By
think it's
watching
right.
more Dota.
God.
Satiate? What?
Right? Satiate's a word.
Is it?
Right? I think it is.
Well, you'll find out.
Usually I'm wrong. I feel, yeah.
Yeah, you'll find
Oh,
out
top lane.
probably on Twitter for sure. Oh, top lane. Dota's happening. Action breaking in. MJW waiting in the wings, but the first jump's going to be had by MSS. Immediate follow-up by Envy. They're looking to burst down what they can, but there's the hook grab on MSS, and it's going to be FDL who strike first. Now a jump out. 747 gets the quick save with the false promise as they hunt down and finish out T-Bin. Another takedown here. MP in a bit of trouble. Envy gets the prison for Stand King. Boat flies through. We'll be able to get the grab. 0-4 though gets the hook for Envy, and they're still under the Moonlight Shadow. Causes a bit of confusion here. Envy's going to be forced to force up to the high ground and just waddle himself away. Another good fight for FDL, trading 2 for 1.
And like we said, FDL has items to fight now. Like, that was an unfair advantage. FDL had all 5 heroes there. MP only decided to commit 3. you're gonna lose those type of fights. So just
Dire's
super
top
good.
tower is under
Good stuff from
attack.
FDL there. A 2-for-1 trade. If they got
Dire's
Envy there,
structures
that
are
could have been the
fortified.
beginning of a very, very low spiral for
Dire's
Envy.
bottom tower is under attack.
And 747 now will be able to clean out this top tier 1, it looks like.
Dire's top
The
tower
recovery
is
path
under
continues
attack.
here for FDL on the back of
Dire's
now
top
some new
tower has
boots of
fallen.
travel.
He can farm around the map, I assume. We usually see, I think,
Dire's
Lincoln's
bottom
next
tower
summer on
is
his.
under
Lincoln's
attack.
are F-Blades, but he hasn't bought the Ghost Scepter, so probably Lincoln's.
Yeah, I remember in that one particular game, he definitely went the E-Blade. In fact, that was the that was the item that pretty much helped him make the comeback. So we'll have to see if that is more valuable or if he finds the defensive Lincoln's a bit more
Yeah,
valuable.
why are the Ancients just look so dumb in this game? Like they're portraits.
I mean,
Like the one Bees is in right now, look at it. Like,
Let me
what's
see.
wrong with his face?
they just fixed it, didn't they? Or they
Look at
attempted
his
to
face!
fix it. They used to be even worse than this, Grant.
I know, but this is still like, I don't know.
I mean,
it's
it
like
went-
How to Train Your Dragons made by a kindergartner?
They
I
took the
don't
dragon from like a 2 out of 10 and brought it up to like a 5 out of 10, to be
know.
honest.
I don't know if I consider that a fire.
Yeah. They gave him like sharper teeth and a sharper tongue, and they're like,
Oh, no,
now
they
he's...
s- Sorry, they scanned OD.
MJW goes in, Sandstorm, then gets the sidestep, Burrow strike, followed up with an arrow, and you got a dead Envy on your hands. Nice pick by FDL, wonderful scan. And now MP shaking in their boots a bit here, Grant.
Well, they see Brown too, because they have the ward.
Moonlight
go.
Shadow, they are on pursuit. Kunkka is gone. Oh man. Okay, are FDL gonna do this? I can't believe it. Moonlight
Dire's
Shadow
bottom tower
still
is
hanging on
under
top
attack.
lane. No new opportunities for
Dire's
them. They'll probably just
structures
turn
are
into a tier 2
fortified.
push.
Yeah, blanked on Moran. I guess that was the more obvious choice. You just forget about items when you're in the moment, you know?
Oh, I'm so in the moment.
Oh, yeah, me too. That's what I forgot. Oh, and look at BSP's like trouble. I
They
thought
jump the
he's
dragon, but he gets the rage and the TP off. Will not be stopped. The call being already committed, it looked like. Or, yeah, I mean, it must have just came off cooldown.
Dragon.
Yeah.
And he almost killed Owie and Rose just with the fire plus the radiance. Look at this top tower. They committed a lot bottom for nothing.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Envy's back now, but it's right into a hook. Oh, wonderful setup from 0-7. It's going to force down a self-prison, and help is on the way, but MSS is not going to be able to make it in time, but they're still going to go for it. Jumping from MSS is going to get the call. SVG also shows up to play. The Torrent is going to be off the mark, and 0-4 says, I'll just hook you anyways. Does end up eating the dunk, but man, that's a wonderful sacrifice by 0-4 to get another pick off on Envy. That's back-to-back takedowns onto the OD.
I'm in the game and I have my mini map. I didn't even see 0-4 up there.
I
and
didn't
see
either.
OD get hooked, and that's he's shown. I mean, he may not have had the best early game, but he has had some clutch hooks just on the OD and that save earlier in that first fight.
Envy's
That
like
is-
momentum has totally been
Yep.
braked. Like he has fallen from the top buddy with Owie to now down below both 747 and Bisa, and by a fair margin of almost 2K. So now it's feeling like FDL have just slayed the mid boss of Envy, and they're looking to go for the final boss of Owie to clean this game. It's really what it feels like.
Yeah, it is. And MJW has a Yules now, just a good item while he's going to when he picks it up. And look at Biza just literally just getting in a golem or a dragon, just running at him. He's just creating space for 747. I really like the strategy they went with. And he's like, ooh, a dragon. I'm gonna kill these and go for it.
Yep.
Oh, and a golem now.
They are spotted, and for now we'll just kind of give NP an extra stack, but obviously looking to do their best to use the majority of this map while they have taken it back, and are going to be playing their own bit of the economy game, marching through with a serious set of stacks right now. Will allow 747 to get to that next big item. And
Oh, they're just gonna farm up. FDL feels like they're comfortably not in the lead, but they definitely brought it back experience-wise and gold-wise even now. That's crazy.
0-4 gets a blink dagger. This is going to be very
Oh
scary.
no, sorry, just to mention it, 0-4 just lost one of his raindrop charges to the Satyr Tormentor Shockwave.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I shouldn't have noticed that.
Moonlight
Top lane.
Shadow, FDL looking to make a move here. Creeping in.
Oh, wait,
Savage
0-4
is
might
nearby.
find him. He's gone.
MSS is out. They jump in though. They will be able to get SVG, but he's just kind of, taking the gank. And
I'll
0-4
take
will
it.
take the flesh strength, I guess.
Let's imagine that's 747 now, 2.8k. He's almost top farm, yeah. One more fight and that it all changes. Wow.
He is
What a
seriously,
comeback. They were down
yeah.
10-0 or 11-0?
10-0 for sure.
Yeah. That's
Look at
just
that.
crazy.
They had nothing at all in this early game. And then finally, at what looks like, 18 minutes in or so, they get a kill?
Dire's top
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
And it a lot of kills now.
They almost have just, the game is pretty much even in net worth now.
Look at
That's,
747 just split push the tower and gets more free gold. Oh, maybe. Yep. Doesn't look like he'll go for the 9.
Dire's
He's scared of
top
0-4.
tower
I
is
would be
falling.
too.
okay, here we go, MP on. Looking to take the game back. They smoke up inside their base. And now they're getting to roll out. Let's see what they can find. Unfortunately for them, FDL have gotten what they needed out of the MP jungle and have already decided to peace out.
I think this next Roche could be the biggest thing. And Visa scouts that it's up.
I'll take your
If they win
They
it
can't
now,
really do it, unfortunately, because it is the second Roche, a little bit stronger, and they don't really have physical damage. See lifesteal or Sanjin Yasha now, I guess. Move speed for your ancient you're in.
Beast is getting a lot bigger, man.
Yeah, and 747 just avoided the smoke gank. It was like a split-second blink when Rubik saw him. Nice.
747 still holding over 3k now, and an arcane rune. They are looking pretty damn fight ready, but obviously not looking to just kind of waltz into the Roche pit without at least having eyes on MP or taking advantage in any sort of skirmish here. So that might be what they're out to do now, or at least create some space for Stan King to roll through. He's got the wards, he's got the business, and it looks like he might plant something here in the secret shop. And there it goes. Now they'll be able to see NP rolling through.
And they see the real. That's the real Owie. And there it is, the Ev Blade now. That could be a huge... They don't know he has it either. Oh my.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We can look quickly here at the MP vision, and they are totally in the dark, just kind of guesstimating as they barely see what's out in
Dire's
front of
middle
them.
tower is
Roche
under
pit.
attack.
Only using Owie's illusions to kind of give them any sort of intel. It's not good enough. FDL are definitely postured in just a really nice position here.
And they're just going to push bottom tower. Radiant's going to scan it, and no one's behind there. 0-4 is like, I could hook somebody. Try
Dire's
me.
structures are fortified.
They're just not going to defend it at all, are they?
I don't know what kind of options they really have, unfortunately. There's just so many missing, and you know, you go in, a hook comes out, a freaking flying in Sand King from the
Dire's bottom
rafters.
tower is under attack.
You have no idea what's waiting in the back pocket of FDL,
Radiant's top tower
and
is
they're
under
just going to
attack.
play it extra safe. SVG can roll in with his bungee cord of an X and just try to like fend off the creeps as much as possible, but
Let's see if
FDL
he
will
gets
get
it
their
at
tower.
9. Oh, he looked like he
Dire's
wanted it, but
bottom
couldn't
tower
quite get it with
has
illusion.
fallen.
Not going to happen. FDL get that. That's an access point that MP could have used to maybe contest the Roche. That will be taken away, and FDL could move their way in there. Now that tower's down, they have some wards up. They can see if NP do roll through, you know, given that they don't have a smoke or something, but not enough yet. FDL are not looking to just kind of go into the pit unnecessary. They've worked so hard to get this game back to even. Would be unfortunate for them to just kind of hand it right back over.
And man, this naked Voidstone on the Outworld Devour, he just got, and he's like, that was when they were snowballing super hard. He
that was
probably wasn't quick cheap, yeah.
Such a bad luck Voidstone. They picked that up and things just went south so fast.
Yeah, now he has a BKB, so they just they're preparing for these fights. They don't want to lose any more of them until the late game. Guess we're almost there.
This Pudge is getting closer to a Blink Dagger.
Yep.
More setup
Dragon.
options here. It's freaking Dragon gets more mana because, you know, got to get them breaths
Radiant's
out.
bottom tower is under attack.
And it looks like they'll head towards this bottom lane. Are they going to try to contest this tier 2? They do not have 747, though he does have Boots of Travel and can show up at a moment's notice. It looks like they will. Moonlight Shadow has been popped. MJW is going to make the assault, looking to go for Owie, but quickly EE will dish out the Astral Imprisonment to keep him alive and well. Hook, a swing and a miss, almost looked like it went right through him, but nonetheless not going to catch its mark. Meanwhile, Bisa back in enemy lines, pops out the Infest Bomb. Bolt's going to roll it through. That's a good Coco run coming out for NP, but now the MP is going to be able to fly on forward. Nice epi there, but not enough. Bisa under the false promise. It's not going to be good enough there. Deny on the Pudge, but FDL come up short on this gank and will lose 3, only taking down the Rubik.
Yeah, and that's the Terrorblade bought a hood for that fight, and it super paid off. It absorbed all the Sand King's epicenter, and
Radiant's
the
bottom
2
tower
tenths
is
AFD
under
units from
attack.
Max and Eternal Envy
Radiant's
just
bottom
won in that
tower
fight.
is falling.
They could
Dire's
definitely go
top
for this
tower is
tier
under
3.
attack.
And they do not seem to be stopping. With Bisa on the sidelines for about 40 seconds without a buyback, that is very nice for NP to casually walk up in here without too much threat. 747 can do what he can, but as you can see, Envy is going to be happy to be there to match him over with a prison if necessary. And Terrorblade just does utter destruction to the space. Burrow, arrow. There goes a Starstorm to clear out the mess. MSS goes in for the call, and we'll get the dunk. Oracle's going to be gone, and so will MJW. The back of a nice little boat there. They move in for 747. Some good right-click damage, and next will pull him back into action. But that is a Rax down. Fishing for a hook now. 0-4 hoping to maybe get a straggler. But it looks like NP got what they needed. They grab a set of racks and they walk on out. Taking the game right back from almost flipping it right away.
I mean, that's why we haven't seen NP fight as 5 yet, and now's about the first time they have in it. It's pretty easy for them right there. With especially those BKBs, they just nullified all the damage from Sand King that entire fight. And the free racks. It's like Lifestealer going for the Maelstrom, the Mjolnir. I know I'm definitely pronouncing that one wrong.
Mjolnir, yeah, that's what I say. I haven't heard too much harassment about it, so I've stuck with it ever since.
Oh, I say Mjolnir. I like saying the J.
That's like people who say like vaginas. Like, I don't think that's right at all, Grant.
Yeah,
but
but that's different.
Mjolnir? That's like vaginas or
One's
Falapinos. All right, 747 is
from the Swedish Vikings. Vikings are a little bit different.
well, fair enough. MP roll in like Vikings and just
Killed them. The only one they didn't kill the first time.
yep. And that is going to allow them to easily move in for the Roche. And now they got the Aegis, and everything is right back onto schedule here for MP. From what was once a very, very shaky and nervous start. It's back to FDL's side to see if they can pull out any sort of clutch play to get the game back their way.
Old Faithful.
And MSS goes for a Shadow Blade, so. All right, looking to be the answer for any sort of pesky split push.
Oh, and they're going to go in on this. Dragon Beast is in.
Where is he? There he is. It's hard to see when he's on the mini-map. Dragon flying back and away. So freaking fast.
Dunk. Wants to.
MSS blinks up now, but does not want to pursue. Now let Bisa go. Thiemann takes care of a couple of deep invasive wards. And MP will maintain proper vision on the map for themselves. And they have a nice hardy push still coming in this bottom lane, which it looks like FDL will be able to take care of. But something they'll always have to kind of double back for and kind of keep tabs on, unfortunately.
I don't know, that hood on Owie just made all their damage. They have no physical damage except for Biza when he's outside of the creep, which he hasn't been. So the Owie just feels unkillable right now with how much HP he has, especially in Metamorphosis. And a Satanic.
And just, you know, yeah, Satanic, no big deal. Now, I don't know how they plan on breaking him down, not once, but pretty much twice when you consider the Sunder as well. This is as hard as it's ever going to be for FDL and for NP. You know, just looking to round things out and move their way into a grand final and awaiting a potential opponent of the loser of this versus Complexity.
Yep.
MP just going to continue to keep things a bit disciplined. Nice deep ward here by Mr. Savage. And there's your Mjolnir now done. Can't use it while on Dragon, right?
I don't believe so. I don't believe you can use any items. That should be its Ags upgrade.
The Dragon
Wait,
Axe?
is that? Yeah. Wait, what is the Ags upgrade for Nags? It is something like that.
You can grab a teammate, I believe.
Oh, yeah. So then you can, yeah, like a little buddy with you. That's just terrible.
I don't think we'll see much game time with an Ags, like really ever, but, you know, who knows? Maybe in like one of those super particular niche games, I guess. Nonetheless, Dragon
We did
for
see
now.
Naga, yeah. We did see the Naga Ag, so that was actually quite the surprise.
That
That might be
was-
the first one ever, actually, like in a pro game.
Yeah, definitely don't see it very often.
You know, Sand King gets an Aghanim, so a little more damage. The problem is it's all magical. They have a pipe, half of them have hoods.
Yeah, maybe a
just not
Veil
gonna
could
work.
help cancel out the effectiveness of the hood a bit, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's unfortunately still just good enough to soak everything. And if Owie wanted to, he can always just move that hood into a pipe if he wants to, you know, help out his team. And that's being paired together with the Rubik's and Oldfield, you know, so they have
Yeah, they
really
already
good
have-
answers for the Magic Burst.
Yeah, they have the pipe on Gunk already, though, so he'll probably just sell his hood once he gets enough for, like,
Oh, you're right.
Butterfly.
Man, they itemized so nicely here on MP.
Yeah. Rana trying to farm, has her Maelstrom probably going for
Okay, that works, I guess. Hook pull back, grab Bisa in trouble. FDL can make a hasty retreat, but MP are coming down north, it looks like. FDL got to prepare or do a wraparound. I don't know. We saw him pull out a wraparound, I believe,
Radiant's top
earlier in
tower
this
is
series.
under
That
attack.
definitely helped out their case, but
Radiant structures are fortified.
I don't know what kind of opportunities could be there for him this time.
Yep. And they have the Aegis and Sheep non-OD. They're willing to just push up. They can push into the base now without too much scaredness.
There is
Right.
MJW leading in as they try their best to fizzle down the creeps. Starstorm will come down, does some work. Oh, unfortunately, not going to catch Owie with the hook. They're almost losing their golem, too.
Did get arrows, but he put under.
Yeah, but put under, jumping call from MSS will lock Bisa in place. Oh, they get a nice boat crash right on MJW. The follow-up saves, Eclipse from Envy doing work as he continues to right-click down Bisa through the false promise, giving him no chance at all. Leads to a double dunk and leads to the game. Team NP will advance into the grand final of the Summit 6 American Qualifier for FDL. Well, the show is not over. They will get knocked down into the lower bracket where complexity await. And what will happen in the next series coming up very soon. But Grant,
Yeah.
MP do it.
They do it, and it just looks super reminiscent. I think that's exactly how it played out in that Beat It tournament. FDL loses 2-1 after they won game 1 in the winners bracket, but Team NP, they looked a lot cleaner in this series than any other series they've been. You can tell they've been scrimming. They look just a little bit better, and the Rubik definitely paid out. I didn't even see the Rubik get many steals, but he was always there to lift and got them all their early game kills. They just look cleaner.
They definitely look clean and as efficient as they've always been, being able to kind of move on through. And then even at the point when FDL were somehow able to bring the game back even, they still kind of kept their composure and they, you know, didn't allow themselves to kind of hand over any sort of easy opportunities and played very, very disciplined. And being, if we're being honest, for a lot of the, you know, any teams, that's not a common trait. Grant, let's be honest here. So.
Let's be honest.
MP do it right here now, and they move into the grand final, but FDL are not done yet. We'll cut to a small break, guys, and when we return, we're going to go right into the lower bracket final as we get to see Complexity go up against FDL. I'm Coddle Guy for Beyond the Summit, and that is Grant. Show your love and support. Hit him up on his Twitter at GrandGrant, and we'll see you soon for more Dota action, guys.